everyone, and welcome to Kevin's Seventh Heaven. Tempus fugit. Time flies. Fugacity is a word that can really help us to understand the constant state our lives are in. Fugacity is the quality of being fleeting or effervescent. If you realize that this moment is fleeting, then you can say that this too shall pass. This good thing or this bad thing in your life will pass, and you need to loosely plan for the next thing without imagining that you can really, truly control the outcome. This video you're looking at I took of the backyard of our house in Belle Fourche, South Dakota. In it you can see, front and center, an apple tree, and then I pan over to some lilac bushes, and the clouds up above moving quickly in the sky. The summer after the first year we moved to this house, both the apple tree and lilac bushes were blooming in bounty and beauty. The second summer they started on that track, and then some very intense hailstorms stopped that progress. There were no apples that year. Finally, we come to this summer, when both lilac and apple tree had sporadic blossoms, as they are partially in a year of recovery. But we will have some apples in the fall, and this season of forced resiliency will pass into a season of abundance, which may pass into desolation again. You never know. It reminds me of an old Sufi tale. Once upon a time, an old farmer lived in a valley with his son, a handsome and dutiful youth. They lived a peaceful life despite a lack of material possessions. They were very happy. One day, the old man borrowed money from the neighbors to buy a young and beautiful horse. The very same day he bought it, there was a huge storm. The frightened horse jumped the fence and escaped into the hills. The neighbors came to express their concern. "Oh, that's too bad. How are you going to work the fields now? And how are you going to repay us?" The farmer shrugged his shoulders and said, "Good thing, bad thing, who knows?" A few days later, while walking in the forest to gather some new ideas of what to do, he bumped into his horse that was peacefully grazing the grass together with another 8 fine horses. The farmer took them all, brought them back to the stable, and built a taller fence so that the horses couldn't escape. The neighbors again gathered around. "Oh, how lucky! We thought you were destitute, but look at you now. You can do much more work than ever before," they said. The farmer shrugged his shoulders and replied, "Good thing, bad thing, who knows?" The next day, the farmer's son fell off of the new horses and broke his leg. "Such misfortune," said the neighbors. The leg healed crookedly and left the son with a permanent limp. The neighbors were concerned again. Now that he is incapacitated, he can't help you around the farm, and he'll never find a fine wife. That's too bad. The farmer shrugged his shoulders and replied, "Good thing, bad thing, who knows?" Soon the news came that the war had broken out, and all the young men were required to join the army. The villagers were sad because they knew that many of the young men would not come back. The farmer's son could not be drafted because of his broken leg, so the neighbors gathered around again. "How lucky! You get to keep your only son." The farmer again shrugged his shoulders and replied, "Good thing, bad thing, who knows?" And the story goes on forever, and this too shall pass. Thanks for listening. Later this week, I do a bit of salesmanship, and we take a look at Walt Whitman's Song of Myself as a whole. Anyway, ta-ta for now. Love you all.